You've likely seen this shower scene parodied countless times. The harsh black and white cinematography, the frantic editing, Hitchcock's impeccable and precise direction, the iconic performance by Janet Leigh, and of course, that hauntingly memorable score by Bernard Herrmann. I would argue that Psycho is the most historically and culturally significant horror film to ever be created. The slasher subgenre was debatably created in this very movie, not to mention the basic groundwork for horror exploitation as a whole is laid out here. The legacy of Psycho cannot be understated. The film follows a secretary named Marion Crane, who wants to marry her boyfriend, Sam Loomis. However, they can't until Sam pays off an exorbitant debt. Marion steals $40,000 from her work, an estimated $400,000 when adjusted for inflation. Marion guns it to Sam's house in California, but decides to rest for the night at the Bates Motel. There she meets Norman Bates, the odd but meek owner of the motel. It appears that something isn't right with the man, nor his sick mother who lives in the home overlooking the motel, leaving audiences to wonder what will happen to not only Marion, but Norman and his oppressive mother.
You know, if anyone ever talked to me the way I heard, the way she spoke to you.
Sometimes, when she talks to me like that, I feel I'd like to go up there and curse her and leave her forever. Or at least defy her. But I know I can't.
The film was originally based on a novel by Robert Bloch, a fellow Wisconsinite. While I haven't read the novel myself, from my understanding, Hitchcock's film is a solid adaptation of the source material. The killer in the book is also heavily inspired by another fellow Wisconsinite, serial killer Ed Gein. I guess if my home state should be remembered for anything in particular, it's alcoholism, cheese, and serial killers. Getting back to the film, the black and white cinematography is second to none. At this point in time, Technicolor films were commonplace and had been for a few years. It was argued as to whether the decision to shoot in black and white was done to cut costs or to hide the blood in order to pass the censors. Speaking of censors, this was the first American movie to show a toilet. It's funny how far we've come. One of the reasons Psycho still holds up to this day is the tight screenplay by Joseph Stefano. The overall structure of the film and the way it's written keeps the audience hooked. The plot goes in so many unique and shocking directions, so much so that it has one of the best misdirections in cinematic history. I won't spoil it here, but if you somehow haven't seen this one, go give it a watch. It's Psycho, what more can I say?